I quickly made it to this ramp, put my triangles and everything. Let me show you my bill so you could laugh at me or you could cry for me. Good morning everyone, my name is Yusuf. In today's video we will be picking up a load from Dendron, Virginia, take it all the way to Anaheim, California. So let's go ahead and start up the truck and get over there. It's only 40 miles away from where I am now. I dropped off a load in Suffolk, Virginia, and my sister already got me a load from Dendron, which is 40 miles away from here. That's pretty good. The closest load that I have taken, like the closest reload that I have taken, it was just right across the street. So 40 miles is okay, but I have also deadheaded like 400 miles before, so it makes me happy when you can only drive 1 hour and get to your shipper. So the good news is we made it to the shipper with no problem whatsoever. The slightly disappointing news is that the broker called and said, remember how this load was supposed to go to Anaheim, California? Guess what? This is going to north of San Francisco. So I asked them to do a little better. Well, sister asked them to do a little better, and they threw in extra money on the Raycon. So is the other one same as this one? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's put it center, you know? Okay. Yeah. We are loaded and secured, and this is what we have. I am overhanging a little bit over here, but that shouldn't be an issue. And also I gotta put a blanket over there. This load needs to be tarped, so let's get working. As I was driving, I heard something pop, and then the air pressure started going down, and I realized that I need to pull over as soon as possible because I was getting to a point where the air pressure was below 100 pounds. I did not want to be stuck in the middle of the road because when your air pressure goes below 60 or below 20 or something like that, then your emergency trailer brake kicks on. That means you will be stuck in the middle of the road. So I quickly made it to this ramp, put my triangles and everything, and here where I found out that my airbags are not filling up. So we have a good news and a bad news. The bad news is I couldn't figure out exactly where the leak was coming at. It looks like it may be out of the valve, control valve. I couldn't hear it well. I didn't have a bottle with a soapy water in it, so I couldn't check it. And the good news is I called, there's a shop like 2 miles away at the first exit. I could just limp over there, and actually I could just drive normal, because what happens is that when you pull the trailer brake, the pressure goes up to 130, and that's enough for me to get to the location, which is 2 miles away. So let's go ahead and get our triangles back and hit the road and see what they can do. Good news after good news, baby. We got a good news, and the good news is we found what the problem is. Let me show you. Busted airbag right there, right here. See? So he's gonna go ahead and replace it, and I should be on my way. Yeehaw! The gentleman that owns this shop, well, they don't actually have a shop that you could go in. I think he did me a favor, so he's gonna fix it for me. He's super nice. He said There's coffee and everything in the office. You can go and have yourself out. Good morning somewhere from Illinois. I didn't have enough time to record because I wanted to get on the road right away. They took about 3.5 hours to replace, well, the entire time was 3.5 hours of between waiting time and have them replace the airbag. But what they charged me is they charged me 2.5 hours to replace that airbag. So not bad, not bad. It could have been a little cheaper. You know, I realized that my back airbags were not dropping, so that's why I was able to drive a little bit without actually getting myself in trouble. Otherwise, had I been on the side of the road and called for a roadside, it would have been much worse as far as the bill is concerned. And let me show you the bill. It's a little reasonable, I would say. He did have some trouble of unbolting the bolts. That's why it took him a little bit more time. Ladies and gentlemen, the total is $491.07. That includes 2 wiper blades that I bought for the truck. So good morning from Salt Lake City. I am at Speedco, and am I in trouble? Yusuf, you were just at a shop not long ago. What happened? Tell us what's wrong with your truck and trailer. Are you going bankrupt? No, I'm not going bankrupt, but it is very obvious that whoa, I didn't catch that. This is why you never want to buy a used set of tires. Never buy it. I thought I was gonna save 50% of the cost, because these were for like 220 bucks and the new one was for like $500. But it turns out that they were not good, so they were not very funny. These new ones that I put it on, they are very good, but these have been sitting around, you can tell, and there's a small crack and it looks like they're drying. But anyways, what I was gonna tell you guys is that it is obvious that my airbags are getting old. You can tell, like not long ago I had an airbag bust because they're super old. Look, like they're drying up, right? So few minutes ago for you, maybe several hours ago, I replaced this airbag and I inspected the other one. That was fine. This morning when I did my pre-trip, there was a small crack looking thing right there, like on the back side of the airbag. And I said, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna finish doing my pre-trip, and I will stop by the first shop I could stop at and get it replaced, and probably replace the other ones as well. So the good news was, as I was pulling in to the shop, because I was only an hour away from here, as I was pulling in right there, it blew and it made this huge noise. I walked in, so I parked my truck and I walked in, and the mechanic says, you have a busted airbag, don't you? I said, how did you know? He said, well, he heard it, it was too loud. So I am gonna go ahead and replace all 3 on my trailer, and the truck one, the ones on the truck, they're good. I think I have already replaced 3 of them, except the one on the passenger side. And get an annual inspection on it just to make sure everything is okay, and probably replace both tires on the other side. So let me recap what happened. I went ahead and changed 4 tires on the drives, replaced 3 airbags on the trailer, also replaced 1 tire on the trailer right here, the inner tire, this one. And then after that, I replaced one of the chambers because it was broke. You see that, brand new? So this piece right there was broken, and was just like, you could just pick it up with your finger. So I had that, and now I have all 4 of my airbags. They're new. let me show you my bill. Let me show you my bill, so you could laugh at me, or you could cry for me instead. Okay, so I'm not mad about the bill whatsoever, because obviously you have 5 tires, 3 airbags, 1 brake chamber, whatnot. But I am upset about something. So total, ladies and gentlemen, is $4,410.47. So am I complaining about that? No. What I am super disappointing about this industry is the service. Take an example of this trip. I came here yesterday at 7 o'clock in the morning, checked in. The mechanic, they said we have technicians on the clock, but we don't have mechanics. Let me get inside so you're not bothered by the noise. So he said the mechanic will be here at 9 o'clock. I said no problem, I can wait until 9, I have no issues. So 9 o'clock comes around, he doesn't show up. 10 o'clock comes around, he doesn't show up. At 11 o'clock he shows up. Not a problem, maybe he had issues and whatnot. I have no problem with that. So I told him what I needed, and he said all right. And then I gave him a $50 bill, just so that he gets motivated to do the job, and so I can get on my way. So at 4 o'clock he says, I replaced all your airbags, I don't have enough time to replace the chambers, it has to be tomorrow. I said all right, well I don't want to go on the road with a brake chamber that is not good, and plus I had time anyway, so I waited until today, but they didn't pull me in until like 1:30 p.m. you know. And then I asked them, after you do the brake chamber, just go ahead and check everything, check the drums, check the brake pads and everything else. And he said yeah, he will do it. So after he installs the brake chamber and the technicians install the tires, he just leaves. And I said, dude, like I told you, I asked you to just go ahead and do a visual inspection and just make sure that if I do get pulled over for level 1 inspection, I do pass that. So he just left, and I asked the other technician, I said, hey, can you just do a level, like just a visual inspection? He said yeah, and he did it. I was okay. But sometimes it bothers me when you come across lazy people, you know, and that doesn't go only for one person. I think in the trucking industry, and if you have a greasy shirt, you're a mechanic, and you charge $200 per hour or $150 per hour for a lousy job that you do, you know, why is that? Why aren't you just giving all you have for $150 per hour? You know, do a good job. But anyways, I am disappointed about that. You can tell from my face. But in 30 minutes, I'll kick my 34-hour reset will kick in, and we will get on the road. Good morning from Willits, California. We are here. I came here last night or yesterday around 5 p.m. and parked right in front of the receiver, just like that. It is a residential neighborhood, this part, so I was kind of worried if anyone would bother me, but no one had. I came this way, made the left, and then backed it in here. Now I'll have two choices. I will either do this turn, this right hand turn, which is super tight over here, so I may not do it. You know how I am, I usually choose the easiest way, so I'm gonna go this way, turn around the block and come back, go in and get offloaded. Looks like they have two forklift drivers, meaning that they will offload me very quick, but I still need to untarp and everything, so I didn't want to untarp because it was a lumber load. So let's get around the block and get inside. We have come to the end of this trip. It was a heck of a trip. I spent over close to $5,000 in one trip, and I'm so glad that this is over. Well, the trip is over. Obviously the journey is never over until you die, so stay positive. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next one. Bye.